A nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. Forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people. Hi, my name is Shauna Sadowski, and the quote I just shared with you was spoken by Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt believed, and I agree, that in order to remain a pure and strong nation, we must remain pure and strong individuals. This begins by maintaining pure and fresh resources, which will provide fresh strength. This begins my discussion with you today. If you haven't guessed by the opening quote, the topic I would like to discuss today is recycling. I chose recycling because it affects everyone and everything. Day by day, we are slowly destroying our planet, and recycling is one way to prevent future problems, such as running out of natural resources. Do you know what recycling is, or what the symbol of recycling is? Recycling is the process of taking a product at the end of its useful life and using all or part of it to make another product. The internationally recognized symbol for recycling includes 3 arrows moving in a triangle. Each arrow represents a different part of the recycling process, from collection to remanufacture to resell. Recycling got started almost 4 decades ago when a U.S. paper company wanted a symbol to communicate its product's recycled content to customers. Recycling is very important to me and should be important to others as well. Harmful chemicals and greenhouse gases are released from rubbish in landfill sites. If you live in a big city, then all of the factories there are producing pollution and releasing it into the air that we breathe. Recycling helps reduce the pollution caused by wastes. Habitat destruction and global warming are some of the effects caused by deforestation. The animals that we love are going extinct because of our actions. These animals are innocent and helpless when it comes to pollution. Recycling reduces the need for raw materials so that the rainforests can be preserved. Huge amounts of energy are used when making products from raw materials. Recycling requires much less energy and therefore helps to preserve natural resources. Natural resources are decreasing day by day. We need to do anything we can to preserve those resources. There are many ways to recycle and many items that can be recycled. But today I would like to focus more on our everyday items. Today I would like to talk about the importance of recycling aluminum. Aluminum cans are very common in households. Another item I would like to talk about is paper, because paper is a huge part of our daily lives, and it's also a huge part of what is destroying our forests. The last item I would like to talk about is plastic. Plastic items are used daily, especially if the household buys their water in forms of bottles instead of using water from the faucet. At the end of today's speech, I hope I have shared enough information with you that will encourage you to join me and others in this crusade to preserve Mother Earth. Please keep in mind that the products and resources I touch on today are just a few items we as individuals can recycle. However, I wanted to discuss obvious and most widely used products. Every minute of every day, an average of 113,204 aluminum cans are recycled. Used cans are the most recycled item in the United States. Aluminum recycling is so efficient that it can take as few as 60 days for a can to be collected, melted down, and made into a new can sitting on a grocery store shelf. Aluminum is made into cans, pie cans, house siding, small appliances, lawn furniture. In fact, aluminum is almost in everything. We use about 392 cans per person per year, and out of those, over 50% of the aluminum cans produced are recycled. Cans usually contain about 55% of recycled aluminum. Recycling aluminum can save enough electricity to run a TV for 3 hours. Recycling aluminum saves about 95% of the energy it would take to produce aluminum from its original source. You can make 20 cans out of recycled materials with the same amount of energy it takes to make one new one. Each of us use approximately one 100-foot tall Douglas fir tree in paper wood products per year. Recycling 1 ton of paper saves 17 mature trees, 7,000 gallons of water, 3 cubic yards of landfill space, 2 barrels of oil, and 4,100 kilowatt hours of electricity. That is enough energy to power the average American household for 5 months. Recycling paper instead of making it from new materials generates 74% less air pollution and uses 50% less water. Approximately 1.5 million tons of construction products are made each year from paper, including insulation, gypsum wallboard, roofing paper, flooring, padding, and sound-absorbing materials. Recycled paper can also be made into paper towels, notebook paper, envelopes, copy paper, and other paper products, as well as boxes, hydro mulch, molded packaging, and even kitty litter. Americans use 2.5 million plastic bottles every hour. A typical family consumes 182 gallons of soda, 29 gallons of juice, 104 gallons of milk, and 26 gallons of bottled water a year. That's a lot of containers that can all be recycled. Recycled plastic is made into plastic lumber, clothing, flower pots, insulation for sleeping bags and jet ski jackets, car bumpers, and more. Half of all polyester carpet manufactured in the United States is made from recycled soda bottles. HDPE and PET are the most commonly recycled plastics. Recycling a ton of PET saves 7.4 cubic yards of landfill space. It only takes 12.20 ounces of PET bottles to yield enough fiber for an extra large t-shirt. About 80% of what Americans use can be recycled, yet our recycling rate is only 28%. As you can see, recycling can do a lot for the planet. It helps save energy, animals, and time. Using recycled items is best for the environment. Plastic bags and other plastic garbage thrown into the ocean kills as many as 1 million sea creatures a year. We are killing the forests, animals, as well as ourselves by not disposing of our waste properly. Aluminum cans, plastic, and papers are only a few of the items that we can recycle. We should be able to reach a recycling rate of 100%, but each person has to do their part. Everyone should do their part and be willing to take the time to recycle and help our planet. Thank you for listening to my speech. I hope it inspired you to help with recycling. Each person can make a difference just by doing simple things around the house, like saving cans. In my hometown, there is a church that has a bin to put cans in. In my house, we save every can and take it to that bin. Like Roosevelt said, forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people. So help yourself by helping purify the air. Do your job to help